This is just crazy. The whole Shiba Inu community was suddenly rocked by one analyst. We are on the verge of seeing a new all-time high that has already been written. After a few zeros are eliminated, we will finally be able to realize that 1 cent dream. What's going on? Why is this so important to Shiba Inu? Let me clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more SHIB news, be sure to click the like button. Shiba Inu are having a crazy day today. Yes, the cost has been down, but it is now beginning to rise again. What's even more bizarre is that the community's atmosphere is quite different from what one may anticipate when swimming. The Shiba Inu ecosystem seems to be on the brink of something enormous, and people are energized and really excited. Right now, the vibe is different. It is bustling. This is when things start to get interesting. A huge leak has recently revealed by analysts. According to them, Shiba Inu's next record high isn't simply a pipe fantasy. It's built in already. I am speaking sooner than everyone anticipated, and I am programmed. There are no build-ups or warnings, just a clear indication that something significant is about to happen. When it was revealed, the community naturally went crazy. This wasn't some unfounded rumor, there were receipts for this. What about the timing? Excellent. Why? Because there was a massive whale migration earlier today. It's not just your normal, someone bought a bit more Shiba Inu kind of thing. This one was significant, enough to draw attention, enough to halt even the doubters. Whales often move in such a manner when they are aware of something that the remainder of us are just now learning about. I know what you're thinking, but what does the chart show? Has the pricing started to respond? That is a good question too. Here is the breakdown then. It was expressed simply by one analyst. Shiba Inu just recovered from a significant support level. Not any level, however. It has been honoring this one for some time, and that's a good indication to bounce off it. It's now relaxing in a small, cramped building. It seems to be taking a breather before making its next major move. It is situated close under a significant region of resistance. Additionally, the cost action is becoming very tight, increasing pressure in a spring. We're likely in for a strong push higher if it can maintain its position above this short-term upward trend line, which it is now hugging very tightly. This kind of setup often culminates in a breakout. What does it signify? It indicates that the stars are aligning. There is a convergence of community excitement, significant whale activity, and bullish chart patterns. One does not witness that every day. We seem to be on the verge of a breakthrough, and if everything goes as planned, Shiba Inu may be leaping to a new all-time high far sooner than most individuals anticipated. The problem is this: the impending event may potentially occur far sooner than many individuals think, not simply wishful thinking, either. One expert said unequivocally that this new record high for Shiba Inu is a truth. It's been written previously. Your Pop, a well-known Shiba Inu community speaker, came out and boldly asserted something. Shiba Inu aren't only reaching new heights, it is pre-programmed to occur, that's what he said. Planned. And it's not just hype when someone that deeply in the field states it that way. The Shiba Inu ecosystem is more than just a playground for memes these days, so he's pointing to what's happening below. It is rapidly changing. Let's examine the information. The development team has been working tirelessly. Shibarium is the foundation of it all. And we have Shiba, the metaverse, Shiba Swap, and not one but many games like Shiba Eternity and Agent Shiboshi. These aren't little side activities. Shiba Inu are being transformed into something much more than memes, thanks to their enormous efforts. And the most recent improvement to Shibarium, that one is revolutionary. Shiba Inu is now immediately burned whenever someone uses the system, whether it for liquidity addition, staking, or trading. Every moment a transaction takes place, we're discussing real-time burning. This implies increased utility, scarcity, and pressure for rates to rise. Not only is the community becoming enthusiastic, but all of this feeds the flames. Major players in finance and analysts are beginning to take notice. Many cryptocurrency experts are now forecasting that Shiba Inu may surpass its previous peak and maybe approach the elusive goal that everyone speaks about: 1 penny. By the end of 2025, Shiba Inu might reach values between 1/10 and 3/10 of a cent, according to forecasts made by Forbes last year. Reputable chart expert Yunus Wang supported that by predicting that Shiba Inu would reach a new high this cycle, slightly over 1/10 of a cent. This is where things get really crazy, however. If you recall, Lucy, Shiba Inu's main marketing head, said rather bluntly that Shiba Inu would soon hit 1 cent. She spoke with assurance, as if it were already occurring, rather than as if it were a possibility. And you can tell they're not simply spouting random figures when someone close to the development team says anything like that. They can glimpse the future. Let's give it some serious thought now. What's preventing us from realizing that 1 cent ambition if as many people think the new record high is already programmed? We have progress, we are useful, our burn is automated, whales are migrating here. History is also on our side. Do you recall 2021? It impacted lives when it suddenly detonated one night. Regular holders became millionaires as a result. The arrangement now seems to be significantly more robust than it was before. Call it a dream if you will, but it is a very real possibility. We are seeing the pieces come together and are no longer only hoping. It could be closer than anybody thought if things keep going this way and with the way this community is moving towards that 1 cent objective. And it won't only make news if that occurs, many lives will be changed by it. I understand now. You may be thinking, all right, but have you looked at the current pricing of Shiba Inu? It does not seem to be a rocket ship. Hey, you're not incorrect. The recent price action? Yes, it has been quite dull. On the surface, it's not that interesting. This is where things get fascinating, however. And to be honest, most people ignore this section. Shiba Inu owners have been furious, despite the price just dropping. I mean it. There has been an absolutely ridiculous increase in the amount of wallets that have Shiba Inu. We just reached more than 1.5 million wallets worldwide. That's a record high. Take a moment to process it. Never before have so many people been holding Shiba Inu. You see, adoptions of that kind are not random. It's not simply hype traders or bots coming and going. Those who are choosing to support and participate in this movement are showing genuine interest. It reveals a lot. It demonstrates that people have faith in what Shiba Inu is doing, even in the face of sideways price movement. The vision is visible to them. They had more in mind than a fast flip. In fact, this is really optimistic for the long term. Generally speaking, an expanding holder base indicates that the foundation is strengthening. Consider it this way. When demand picks back up, more individuals holding means more community support, greater stability, and ultimately more pressure on prices. Behind the scenes, it's like a spring filling up. We still have to be pragmatic, of course. All things considered, the market has been rather calm lately. Not a lot of new money is coming in, and without it, even fantastic ventures like Shiba Inu may have a little price stall. However, it does not imply that nothing is taking place. It simply indicates that the accumulation period, or the quiet before the next wave, is upon us. It is crucial to keep an eye on the holder's actions because of this. Because the astute ones are observing the number of hands clutching the bag, while others are gazing at the charts in anticipation of pyrotechnics. And that number is skyrocketing at the moment. It all comes together to provide a very clear picture when you add in Shibarium improvements, real-time burning, the growing ecology, and effective leadership communication. Shiba Inu aren't only getting by. It's a structure. Even in a sluggish market, it is expanding. You want a setup like that before to a breakout. So yes, the price may not seem like much at the moment. But there's something strong simmering underneath. The foundation for it is being laid by Shiba Inu. Anything significant, and the moment the spark ignites, it won't be a slow burn with this level of community support and acceptance. It's about to blow up, and you could be ahead of the curve when the trend changes again if you're listening to these signs now, when everything is calm. However, what do you think of this? Leave a comment below. The day is over now. remember to give it a big thumbs up to see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.